Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into a career that's absolutely blowing up right now?
Oh, you mean like exploding in a good way?
Exactly. We're talking about online marketing. I mean, it's gone from, yeah, that's nice, to like, we can't survive without it for pretty much every business out there.
And that translates to a ton of opportunity for anyone with, the skills and the drive.
Right. And luckily, we've got a mountain of info to dig through today, from career guides to, get this, insights into AI and how it's changing recruitment.
We even found some stuff on this platform called RoleCatcher, which is apparently changing how people find jobs these days.
Wild.
Yay.
But first things first, what really struck me going through all this material is how online marketing is so much more than just like posting a cute picture on Instagram.
Oh, absolutely. It's way more strategic, way more in depth.
Right. It's like you're crafting these intricate campaigns, almost like, I don't know, a general planning a battle.
That's a great analogy. You have to understand the digital battlefield, know your audience.
Totally. And the online marketer, they're wearing all the hats. I mean, we saw stuff about writing, engaging social media posts. Then in the next sentence, it's all about SEO and like algorithms and code.
And it's constantly changing, too. One of the
Yeah.
sources talked about this big move towards personalization. It's not one size fits all anymore.
Oh, tell me more about that, because honestly, that's the stuff that fascinates me. How do they even keep up with all these changes?
Well, that's where active learning comes in. You can't just like learn one thing and then coast. This is a field where you have to be constantly learning, evolving.
Sign me up, right.
Hey!
So between you and me, that constant learning, it's exciting, but it can also be kind of overwhelming.
For sure. It's not for everyone. Some people, they want that predictability, that routine,
Right.
and that's okay. But if you thrive in a fast-paced, always changing environment.
Then online marketing might be the perfect fit.
Exactly. One of the articles I read was really honest about the pros and cons, and it definitely made me think.
Yeah, because there are downsides to every job, right?
Hmm.
But when it comes to online marketing, the perks, I mean, they sound pretty sweet.
Oh, absolutely. Like the flexibility, for one. Imagine working from, I don't know, a beach in Highland.
Okay, now you're talking my language. No more commuting, no more being chained to a desk.
Right. And the earning potential. Let's just say those sources suggest that skilled online marketers are in high demand. Companies are willing to pay for the right talent.
Okay, but hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Before we all quit our jobs and book flights to Bali,
What's the catch?
exactly, it can't all be sunshine and roses. What about the competition?
Yeah, that's the elephant in the room, isn't it? The online marketing world, it's a competitive space. You've got to be on top of your game.
It's like everyone's vying for that top spot on Google. Like, so for those brave souls ready to like jump into the digital arena, what are the must-have skills to really make it in online marketing?
Well, one of the sources I read said it best. Data is the lifeblood of online marketing.
Okay, so data analysis is key.
Absolutely, but it's not just about crunching numbers all day. It's about finding those golden nuggets of insight that can actually drive a campaign forward.
So less about staring at spreadsheets, more about using data to tell a story.
Exactly. A story that resonates with your target audience. For example, imagine you're launching, say, a new line of organic skincare products. Data can tell you who your ideal customer is, what they're interested in.
But then it's up to the marketer to take that data and craft a campaign that speaks to them.
Right, exactly. And that's where creativity comes in. Because online marketing, it's a blend of data and creativity. It's about crafting those compelling narratives, finding ways to stand out in a sea of digital noise.
So it's like we always say, data informs, but creativity ignites.
I love that. And speaking of creativity, we can't forget about influencer marketing.
Oh, yeah. That's everywhere these days.
Yeah.
How does that fit into the whole online marketing puzzle?
Well, it's all about trust and authenticity. Partnering with people your target audience already connects with.
So instead of a company telling me how great their product is, it's someone I already follow and trust.
Exactly. But it's not as simple as just like sending free stuff to anyone with a bunch of followers. You have to be strategic. Find influencers who genuinely align with your brand.
Who will actually use your product and like mean it when they recommend it.
Right. And that requires, strong communication, listening skills. That's another big one, active listening.
Oh, that's so important, especially online. Like, you need to actually pay attention to what your audience is saying, right?
Well, absolutely. What are they responding to? What are their pain points? Social media, especially, is all about that two-way conversation.
So we've got the data side, the creative side, the people skills. Sounds like online marketing is a pretty demanding field.
It can be, for sure.
So let's talk career path. Where does someone even begin in this digital jungle?
Well, a lot of sources talked about starting with entry-level roles, like an online marketing assistant.
Okay, so like an apprenticeship. Get your feet wet, learn the ropes.
Exactly. From there, you might move up to a coordinator role, where you're leading smaller projects, maybe analyzing data from campaigns.
Taking on more responsibility.
Right. And then, as you gain experience, you might specialize, become an SEO guru or a paid advertising whiz.
And eventually, maybe even manage a whole team of marketers.
Exactly. It's a whole career path with lots of room for growth.
Now that sounds pretty incredible, but this job market, it's a jungle out there. What about the competition? How do you actually land a job in online marketing?
That's where strategic job hunting comes in. And remember that platform I mentioned earlier, RoleCatcher? It seems like it might be a game changer.
Oh yeah, the one that helps you navigate the whole AI recruitment thing? Tell me more. Because honestly, AI and hiring, it kind of freaks me out.
Right. It's a bit of a mystery. But RoleCatcher, from what I understand, it helps you understand how those AI systems work, how to tailor your resume so it actually gets seen by a human.
So you're not just sending your resume into a black hole hoping for the best.
Exactly. And it's not just resumes. They have resources for interview prep, too.
Like what? AI-powered mock interviews?
Something like that. They have thousands of practice interview questions, feedback on your answers. They even analyze your body language during virtual interviews.
Wow. Talk about next level.
Yeah.
But okay, even with the best tools, there have to be some downsides to working in such a fast-paced field.
Oh, definitely. It's not all sunshine and remote work from tropical beaches.
So what are some of the challenges?
Well, like we talked about, the constant need to stay updated, learn new things, that can be exciting, but also exhausting.
Right, you're always on. And with social media, it's 24/7. Yeah.
Exactly. And while the earning potential is there, it's not, an instant ticket to wealth.
It's still about putting in the work, building your skills.
Absolutely.
So it's not a career for everyone, but for the right person.
It can be incredibly rewarding, both personally and professionally.
So we've talked about the present, but what about the future? I mean, AI is changing everything so fast. What's next for online marketing? Are we all going to be out of job?
Well, no one knows for sure, but the sources we looked at did have some interesting thoughts on where things are headed.
Okay, so what's in store for us? Robot overlords.
Not quite. But one thing that seems like a given is this move towards hyper-personalization. And I'm not talking about just, getting emails with your name on them.
No, I'm picturing something way more intense.
Exactly. Think about a world where everything you see online, every ad, every recommendation is tailored specifically to you based on, your browsing history, your past purchases.
Okay, that's kind of cool, but also kind of creepy. How would they even pull that off?
AI, of course.
Yeah.
Imagine algorithms analyzing mountains of data about your online behavior, predicting what you want before you even know you want it.
So like I'm scrolling through my phone and suddenly, boom, there's an ad for the exact pair of shoes I was just thinking about.
Exactly. It's already happening to some extent, but it's only going to get more sophisticated.
Okay, so if AI is going to be calling all the shots, what does that even mean for human marketers?
That's the million-dollar question, right? But here's the thing. Even the smartest AI still needs humans. Who's going to design those hyper-personalized campaigns, write the algorithms? Who makes sure those algorithms are used ethically?
So it's more about like collaboration, humans and machines working together.
Exactly. The future of online marketing is going to require people who understand both the data and the human element.
So maybe those robots aren't taking over just yet. But speaking of the human element, in this world of like hyper-personalization, are we going to lose that personal touch? That real connection?
That's something a lot of the articles test on, and it's a really important point. Because even with all the technology in the world, people still crave authenticity.
Yeah, like I want to know there's a real person behind the brand, someone who gets me.
Exactly. And that's where humans will always be essential. No matter how smart AI gets, it can't replicate empathy, creativity, that genuine human connection.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about the future. So as we wrap things up here, any final words of wisdom for anyone thinking about diving into the world of online marketing?
Be curious, be adaptable, and never, ever stop learning. The only constant in this field is change.
It's like you're always surfing, trying to catch that perfect wave.
Exactly. And most importantly, have fun.
That's right. Well, on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the exciting world of online marketing.
We hope you learned a lot.
Until next time.